Previously on Gillette Drafted.
Who gets that job?
Harrison. There's something about this guy. He's an X factor to me. You know, that guy went up a peg in my world.
I think my chances going into next week and the live finale are good.
You know, I thought Brett did a really good job in the interview. He was very composed and confident. He bounced back pretty nicely.
I wouldn't have the best odds if somebody wants to bet on us.
We saw that it's not easy with Andrew Corey. I mean, that's somebody that also struggled and had very little experience to start this competition.
My odds are about 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance?
So who was the person who stood out to you the most?
Anthony Bruno. It was after the first 24-6. It is now.
He's the youngest in the competition. He's very confident, but I don't get the sense that he's arrogant.
If Greg said, sorry, Anthony, you're not going to be drafted, I would be disappointed because I'm so competitive.
What about Joseph O2? Every time I say
Joseph's good
Joseph, I say this guy can do the job.
And he's natural.
He's natural. Yeah, of course he can.
My chances are 1 in 6.
You're like the biggest Teddy fan.
Yeah.
When he first walked in the building, and then all of a sudden I saw this character that was not him. And then today, when he did, you know what? He was the old Teddy in his job interview. That's the guy you like.
Do I think I've done enough to win this competition? I believe I have. But there's so many amazing people that are trying to go for what I want.
I can't say for certain that there's one guy who stands out head and shoulders above the rest. And it's not necessarily about being different. It's about somebody who's comfortable in their own skin.
I really think, Greg, that you're going to be happy with whoever you choose. Question is, who are you going to choose?
Yeah.
And that's the decision we're here to make tonight. So let's get right to it. Andrew.
Greg?
Brett. Teddy. This season, you won't be drafted. Go ahead, guys, step outside.
We'll be 3.
It was fun. It was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was fun. Good experience, amazing experience, lifelong experience.
Teddy, I know it's got to be tough right now. Can you talk to me how you feeling?
Kind of in shock that if they're, we're doing rounds of cuts, that I was in the first round of cuts, and I'm kind of still lost right now that it's not going to happen, and when it all comes down to it, obviously I wasn't what Greg and the judges were looking for to win this competition, but it was everything I wanted it to be. It was an amazing experience, and everything that I've accomplished, I'm proud of how I held myself and what I did on the show.
Do you think there was a moment in the season that you went, I don't want to say awry, but kind of cost you the title?
I've actually thought about this a while, and watching the show and seeing where I kind of turned.
Yeah.
And I actually think it was when I was criticized for helping Joe too. On the bus ride to Buffalo, after helping Joe too with his questions for Matthew Barnaby, you guys couldn't understand how I was being so friendly and helping him out in for his interview. So I was being me, and I was being who I would normally be in a work setting. And then once I got criticized for that, I started acting differently. And you can see it. And watch the show, you can see how I change. I become sort of a different person. I don't act like myself. I make the "you're welcome" comment in New York. I play a joke on some guys that obviously not everybody got or understood. But I honestly think through the first part of the show. I was me, and then something just changed, and I didn't act like I normally would act, and I think that rubbed people the wrong way and ultimately cost me because I wasn't myself.
I got one last question for you. Yeah. Obviously, your competition is over, but there's 3 other guys over there who are still in it.
Yeah.
If you had to make your pick, which of those 3 guys is taking home the title?
Any of them can, honestly. But I know.
Give me a name. Give me a name.
I've said from day one that it's Harrison.
Okay.
I think he brings an incredible attitude, professionalism, and poise when he's on camera, when he talks sports. He's not over the top. He has very little experience compared to Joseph and Anthony, if at all. But that doesn't matter. Look how well he's done in the show, and if I had to make a pick, it'd be him.
Dude, thank you for everything, okay?
I appreciate it, man.
All the best, man.
Thanks, man.
Welcome to Gillette Drafted Season 5 live finale. We just eliminated Andrew Corey, Brett Gonzalez, and Teddy Jenner. So now we're down to our top 3, all of whom still have an opportunity to walk away with the 1-year contract from Sportsnet and the 1-year contract to be a Gillette spokesperson. They are, in no particular order, Joseph O'Toole, who started out so hot, but kind of faded a bit down the stretch. Anthony Bruno, who's full of youthful energy, passion, and enthusiasm, but sometimes that youth seemed to get the best of him. And last but certainly not least, Harrison Bourdon, who just squeaked into the top 6, but ended up winning more assignments than anybody. He's cool, he's calm, but maybe he's a bit too calm. So now on to our judges who are going to be making this very important decision. We have Gillette Drafted Season 3 winner, the lovely and talented Miss Jackie Redmond, the raging redhead himself, Cam Stewart. Representing Gillette, we have the always emotional Jenny Seiler, and the man who needs no introduction at all, the legend himself, Mr. Greg Sansoni.
Okay, easy there, Maddie. You already have the job.
Legend.
Okay? Well, you know, we have been agonizing over this decision, especially over the last week. And, you know, you may think that I'm saying that for effect, but it really is true, Jackie. We've been you and I have talked about this, and we keep flip-flopping back and forth, not sure who we should pick.
It's funny, we're not even working in the same building anymore, but every time I see you, I'm like, who is it today? Who do you like today? Because you each honestly bring something different to the table, and it's very hard to compare you guys to each other because I think you could all do the job, which is a good thing, but I don't know how we come to a decision.
Yeah, no, O'Toole, the interviewing, huge. Barnaby, awesome. Watching that interview, arable, beautiful stuff. What can I say, you know? Sports knowledge, almanac, that's one thing in this business. You don't want people to read auto cue, right, Bruno? You're a guy that you live it, you study it. Harrison, every contest, always at the top. Professional, you know, you did such a great job. I see all you guys, and I see contender, contender, contender. It's like 3 thoroughbreds coming down the stretch right now, and I don't know because.
Which pony do you
bet? Oh, I love ponies, Jackie, but and these 3 are thoroughbreds. So they all deserve a shot.
And they have some stuff in common. They are incredibly passionate, and I love seeing the passion come through in all of your work. You are all great guys. You have a ton of integrity. You are a guy's guy. You led with class out there. And you're gonna work hard. All of you worked hard during your challenges, and I know all of you would work hard if you got this job.
I don't know if it's ever been this tight of a race before at the end, honestly.
Yeah, we really honestly believe that any one of you could do this job. So we can get to a final decision right now and actually tell you who will be drafted. That wouldn't be as much fun as giving you one last challenge. So that's what we thought we'd do. For the finale, you get one last challenge. And what we're gonna ask you to do is do one last live update right here in front of us in this studio. So that will be your final challenge.
Surprise!
And we are gonna get you to do that right after the break.